them.
Mm.
Even if I'm not old enough to drink, I should still learn to discuss the different qualities of
Yo!
wine.
Did she just say she's not old enough to drink?
I'm not old enough to drink.
Hey, what is up guys? Guitar Rock here, welcome back to another Genshin Impact video, and today our focus would be on Noelle. Alright, so for the longest time ever I've been wanting to do this. I've been wanting to C6 my Noelle, but I've been waiting for the right time so that I could record the video as well and hopefully let you guys see the differences. Who's barking? Okay, the dog. Let you guys see the differences between the C0 or C6, right? I don't think my Noelle is C0 though, so let me have a look. She's currently at C3. So you know what, up to C1 and C2, it doesn't really matter. Up to C4 actually. Because this one just increased healing effect to 100%. And this one decreased stamina consumption of Noelle's charge attacks by 20%. Like, who uses Noelle for charge attacks? I mean, if you do, that's fine. But I don't think like this is something that I would use for her personally because of my build. Let's go and we're gonna find some ruin guards. Perhaps we can talk about this in a more detailed manner. Okay, so my Noelle is currently rocking this particular build. Okay, so first things first, very important. Whenever we talk about Noelle, the weapon that immediately comes to our mind is White Blind. It's like it's always White Blind. I don't know why, but I get it, right? Because White Blind has base defense percent, so it makes sense. Like, it's perfectly built for Noelle. But my Noelle is not using a White Blind. She is using Favonius Greatsword at level 80. Now, of course, there's room for improvements right here, which is why I want to show you guys the potential right here, right? So why Favonius Greatsword? So when you build Noelle, you could build her with Serpent Spine. Alright, Serpent Spine is a battle pass weapon, and I do think that it's a very good weapon for her because number one, it gives crit rate. Alright, that's gonna make your life a lot more easier. Number two, this will ensure or will make your character receive 3% more damage, and it can stack up to 5 times, which is crazy. It makes sense to give this to Noelle because she has a method to mitigate damage with her shield. So I feel like this weapon synergizes very well with Noelle, but again, it's a battle pass weapon, so not everybody has this. And with the White Blind, for example, right here on the screen you can see it gives Noelle defense percent, right? Synergizes very well with Noelle's kit, and also every time you kill the enemy you get some bonus attack percent and defense percent as well. But here's the thing though, for some people who do not have prototype, maybe use up your prototype, maybe use it up to build prototype archaic, so that way you don't have enough spare prototype to make a White Blind for your Noelle. How good is this weapon, right? Favonius Greatsword, because here's the thing. This weapon I feel like has very good synergy with Noelle, and I've heard people talk about this as well, because what it does is it gives Noelle so much chance for her to spam her ult. Alright, Noelle is one of the few characters in the game that cannot generate her own elemental particle. Now, if you guys are not familiar with what this does, is every time a character uses a skill, elemental burst, or when you hit an enemy, usually there's a chance to generate energy particles, right? So, Noelle, Barbara, Chi-Chi, these 3 characters have no way of generating energy particles at all. So this sort of synergizes very well with Noelle's kit as well, because it gives you a chance to generate a small amount of elemental particles, alright? 6 energy for the character, which can occur every 9 seconds because I have this at refinement rank 3. Of course, if you refine this even further, it's going to have like 90% chance and 100% chance at refinement rank 5 to generate energy particles. And the thing is, you only need to crit, which is why you want to have a little bit of crit rate on your Noelle. So in terms of the artifact, this is what I have on my Noelle. I'm rocking full Gladiator, which is why I say that the C2 doesn't matter for me, because Gladiator, meaning that it will increase your normal attack damage by 35%. Only normal attack damage. If you try to use charge attacks, it will not work, you will not get the damage boost, you will actually deal less damage. Alright, so let me show you guys the feather. I'm very proud of this feather, it's perfectly built for her. Crit rate, crit damage, defense percent, did not roll any into flat defense, cool. Flower, this is where I'm still struggling to find a good one. I hope I'll be able to find a better one in the future, but right now, 18.2% defense, 6.6%, and a little bit of HP right there, unfortunately. So in terms of the sense of Eon, I would say this is as good as it gets. I roll once into this crit rate percent, roll twice into crit damage percent, and a little bit of energy recharge percent. Alright, defense percent, sense of Eon. So geo damage bonus for the goblet, right? Defense percent, crit rate, HP. Wish I could have rolled more into the crit here to compensate, but it is what it is. It's quite hard to find a specific goblet with geo damage bonus on a gladiator set. And lastly, circlet. Alright, I decided to go crit damage. In this way, she gets quite a number of defense percent right here, some attack percent. There's no crit percent right here. As you can see, she suffers the most from crit percent. So this is currently my build. In terms of the stats, I have 36%, which is really low, okay? Which is why we're going to compensate later. Crit damage is subpar, but we do have 167% energy recharge. So that's slightly on the higher side. And 46% geo damage. I'm going to use her alongside with Rosaria. Alright, we're going to try to crit right here. And then I can show you guys the damage differences for Noelle. We're going to talk about Constellations, we're going to C6 her, and then you guys can see the difference. How good is a Favonius build Noelle? Okay, so let's do a couple of things. Number one, let's eat a food, but we're only going to take crit rate food to ensure that our Noelle can obtain consistent damage. So the best one will be this one, Delicious Pile 'em Up. It will give you crit rate by 20%, and that's the only thing it does. It gives you crit rate. So it's just to have crit rate boost. Okay, so Rosaria does boost crit rate as well. So now my Noelle has 56% crit rate. But Rosaria, we're going to try to use her alongside because she has this ability that gives 15% of her crit rate to allies. When she uses... Yo, this guy is starting off with a spin. What the... Noelle use E. Alright. So let's look at our crit damage. 5,000... 5552. That's the first hit. So we are doing about 5,000 to 6,000, right? As you guys can see. We're comparing the crit, of course. Okay, so as you guys can see, about 5,000 to 6,000. Oh shit, did I just... Alright, we're going to switch location right here. We're going to come over here and use this Ruin Guard instead. Because I have a feeling not all the Ruin Guards are the same level, right? I'm not sure what level of Ruin Guard is that, but you know, we're just going to come here to hopefully get the idea. So we did about 5,000 to about 6,000. You know what? We're just going to use Noelle on her own without Rosaria. So we do this. So 1, 2. So 6,000. So 5,500 to 6,000. That seems to be the average damage, right? And you can see she can actually generate her own energy particles for herself to be able to use her ult again, which is insane. So this is why I like this weapon a lot. This makes her like more of a team player rather than someone that's like a super strong carry that needs a bunch of support to give her the energy, right? Because in this case, when you use this weapon, remember, every time she gets energy particles, it's not only for her, but it's for her own teammates as well. So if you have 3 other characters with energy hungry ultimate like 60 energy cost or 80 energy cost, with this weapon, it helps you a ton. Like this is, I have no idea why no one thinks that this weapon is good for her. Like it's just, it gives her so much potential. Alright, so let's go to a Constellation. We're going to do a couple of things. We're going to C6 her. So this is going to be interesting. Breastplate's duration expires or destroyed by damage. It will deal 400% attack of geo damage to surrounding opponents. So I thought this is a very interesting one, the C4. But I'm not sure how big is the AoE. So we're gonna try that out in the future, I guess, when we have the chance to. Alright, and then going into C5, boom. The sweeping time level is increased by 3. And then, lastly, the moment that we've been waiting for, alright, sweeping time increases Noelle's attack by an additional of 50% of her defense. Again, for those of you who are not familiar with her skills, alright, Noelle has 3 skills, so these are my talent skill level 8, 11, and 9. This one gives you a shield. It's just that simple. It gives you a shield, it deals a bit of damage, and it can heal as well, alright. So when she has this ability, you have a 59% chance to heal when you hit an enemy, but of course if you have C1, that chance increase. So this one is the part that a lot of players are confused, right? How does this work with Noelle, right? Basically, when Noelle presses Q, she would do two things. She would swing the sword and she would do the skill damage. These two things will increase, and then there's this 68% defense of her defense will be converted to attack. So that's how much attack bonus you gain, right? Which is my curiosity right here. How much can we get compared to the previous one? We saw that was about 5.5k to 6k. Can we get like double the amount of damage, right? To like 10k. You shouldn't use Noblesse Oblige on Noelle because it will only improve these first two skills. I've mentioned this before. It will not improve upon the attack bonus, which is Noelle's main selling point of using this skill. So don't use Noblesse Oblige, it's a bit of a waste for her. It will only increase the potential or the damage for the first two swings. With that being said, C6 Noelle, let's go. Increase your attack by an additional 50% of a defense. So just now we saw it was 60 something percent, so it will be like 100 something percent. Alright, and every opponent defeated during the skill's duration adds 1 second to the duration, up to 10 seconds. So not only does C6 makes you stronger during your ultimate duration, your elemental burst duration, it also extends it every time you defeat an enemy. So in a situation where there's a large group of enemies, this is a very, very good skill. And with that being said, let's go! Just now we're doing about 5.5k to 6k, right? I'm gonna guess now it will be at least 8k, I think. Oh my god, alright, that's a lot of damage. Now the first two swings. Alright, I see a 7.9k. 7.9k. Ooh, 9k on the last swing. 9.2k. Alright, that is a lot. That is a lot. And we also see the explosion from the 108% AoE. Wow, I did not know. Yep, it was within my expectation, I guess. That is an incredible amount of damage. Like, it's not really quite 2 times the damage, but it's more like, maybe it's like 1.8 or 1.75 or 1.8 times more the damage if you have a C6 Noelle. But keep in mind, this is based upon my Noelle, which has a Favonius Greatsword, which is, you know, much more suitable towards the support role. If you have a DPS Noelle, I think the damage increase is going to be much more significant. I don't know, who knows, maybe in the future I might give her the Serpent Spine for sure, because I do intend on getting that as well. And there's always room for improvements in terms of getting better artifacts, getting better talent level. So yeah, Noelle overall, I know that not many players build her or intend to use her as a DPS, but she's really fun ever since her quest came out, right? Actually enjoying her background more, and I've been enjoying using her as well. She's a fun character to play with. Alright guys, so that is going to be it for this video. As always, let me know what you guys think of Noelle. As always, if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and make sure you guys follow my Twitch channel. Links are in the description below, and it will be on the end screen as well. As always, have a nice day. Goodbye. I'm never letting go. I want so much more, so much more. I see you in my dreams, that's how I want things. I need to leave my past that seems to haunt me. I can't believe I found you, you're my dear Julia.